From supernovas to faraway constellations, the Hubble Telescope has changed the way we look at the universe.
Time on Hubble is a precious commodity. Astronomers around the world regularly ask for much more time than is available.
Just minutes ago, a striking image from the Hubble Space Telescope shocked the world. It seems it caught what appears to be heaven itself. Heaven looks like a massive city floating in space. Could our gods actually be aliens? Let us explore NASA's amazing find that has believers questioning their creator's true origins. The hidden secret of Hubble's celestial city. The Hubble Space Telescope, named after the famous astronomer Edwin Hubble, is a remarkable tool for exploring space. Launched in 1990, it orbits Earth and takes pictures of space in ultraviolet, visible, and near-infrared light. This lets us see galaxies, stars, and planets in detail we couldn't before. Despite some early problems with its mirror, astronauts fixed it in space, and since then, it's given us amazing views and discoveries about the universe. Imagine Hubble snapping a picture of what looks like a big white city floating in space. This strange sight, leaked by accident to the public, would be a huge surprise. It shows us just how unexpected and exciting studying space can be. Every new image from Hubble could change what we know about the universe. The photo showed what seemed to be a large white city floating in space. This unexpected vision caught the NASA team unprepared. They were overwhelmed and struggled to respond when the information from Hubble's web server was accidentally released to the public. Consequently, information that was typically kept for private viewing in the restricted labs was suddenly available for the entire world to see. The photos quickly spread across the internet, reaching a vast audience in a very short time. In an effort to control the growing public excitement and confusion, the US government quickly moved to classify the images, trying to keep them hidden from the public. But they were too slow. A photographer at Ellington Airfield had already managed to take pictures, displaying this image that featured what appeared to be towers, pillars, caves, and structures resembling those made by humans. One particular image featured a cloudy spot that intrigued Ken Wilson, a professor at the University of Florida. He closely examined this part of the photograph using just a simple magnifying glass. In his thorough analysis, he found that the cloudy area had a distinct form, confirming that there was no mistake or signal disruption when the image was sent from Hubble to Earth. NASA's experts agreed that the unusual shape seen in the image wasn't caused by any errors in the telescope's lenses. After a critical meeting, NASA decided to take another look at this unusual area. They set up the Hubble telescope with the highest precision and clarity, aiming it specifically at the exact part of the star-filled sky where this unusual image had been located. After waiting anxiously for a few intense minutes, the telescope finally captured an image. This photo was quickly projected onto a large screen in the laboratory, capturing the complete attention of all the scientists gathered there. What had previously been just a blurred spot was now sharply defined and caused quite a reaction among those watching. The image revealed a structure that emitted its own light and strikingly resembled a city. It appeared as if lifted straight from the pages of a science fiction book, or like the futuristic cities often depicted in films set in far-off eras. It glowed with a strange, almost heavenly light, and seemed to stretch endlessly across the vastness of space, reaching out for billions of kilometers. A NASA employee suggested that perhaps the city was a dwelling place for souls who have passed on. However, these concepts from NASA sound overly imaginative. They seem to be pushing us to accept ideas that are more akin to fictional tales than actual science. As researchers continued examining the images the Hubble telescope captured, they uncovered some intriguing facts. The city was not stationary. It moved along with the galaxies. This movement adhered to the principles outlined in the Big Bang Theory, conforming to the established laws of the universe. The investigations revealed more about the city's movement. Picture a 3D model displaying distant parts of the universe on a large screen. The movement observed was not the universe drifting away from us. Rather, it appeared as if the Earth was moving away from this celestial city, positioning it as a central point in the universe. Scientists even employed computer simulations to illustrate how galaxies are moving away from this city. The deeper the exploration went, the more intriguing and fascinating this celestial city appeared. Each discovery seemed to unveil new information about the cosmos. This compels us to expand our understanding beyond our current knowledge, maintaining our interest in what might exist beyond our planet. There are numerous reports that NASA tried to keep these remarkable images from the public eye. The reasons behind this supposed concealment are still not clear, adding to the curiosity about why such a significant cosmic discovery would be kept hidden. This find, arguably one of the most crucial pieces of scientific data gathered, has yet to be shared publicly. Officials might have hidden these computer-enhanced images from the public under the pretext of avoiding global panic. This explanation, however, appears somewhat overstretched and overly convenient. It's possible that these images are not as extraordinary as those who control this information would like us to believe. When looked at more closely, the photograph shows details that challenge the idea of mere natural structures. It features elements like towers, domes, and what looks like a watchtower, suggesting a complex, city-like arrangement in space rather than mere random formations. This portrayal of what looks like a city in the stars brings up doubts about these structures being purely natural. What's more, this image includes figures described as angels moving around these structures. Initially, scientists thought they had found a new cluster of stars because of the bright and intense colors. But this idea quickly fell apart when the figures showed distinctly lifelike features. The stunning images raise questions about these celestial beings. Cosmic theater. Angels in the stars? NASA officials described these angelic figures as having a brilliant orange color. They were reportedly observed flying in formation, with a snapshot capturing them against the backdrop of the 3-billion-year-old star cluster NGC 3532. Initially, odd signals from this sighting were dismissed as likely glitches from the expensive $1.5 billion Hubble Telescope. However, clearer images later showed these beings as large, about 50 feet tall, with misty halos and wings as wide as airplanes. Their faces, perfectly round and calm, seemed unusually happy, almost as if they enjoyed being captured on camera by the Hubble telescope. This spectacle, while visually compelling, seems almost theatrical. It's as if these supposed celestial beings were aware of being observed from afar and performed accordingly. This leads to questions not only about the real nature of these images, but also about why they were kept hidden initially and how the information was released in such a controlled manner. One might wonder if the drama unfolding in the cosmos is being orchestrated to be more palatable or engaging for those of us on Earth. This scenario prompts us to question the motives behind the secrecy and the staged revelation of such cosmic phenomena. They seem to be exchanging smiles, almost as if they were sharing a significant revelation with the entire universe. Officials from space agencies have noted that this recent sighting of celestial beings is not the first hint of their existence. A scientist from Russia, who moved to the United States in 1985, recounted how Soviet cosmonauts had encountered a similar group of bright, joyful beings during the Soyuz mission decades ago. He suggested that space might be filled with countless such beings. With the Hubble telescope still in operation and upcoming announcements expected from both the American and Soviet governments, there is strong anticipation that they will soon present convincing evidence that these celestial beings are real and they keep an eye on us. The reaction from the public was intense and widespread. The image was released the day after Christmas in 1994, sparking considerable debate and speculation. The timing of this release seemed overly precise and perhaps manipulative. One has to wonder why this supposed celestial discovery was shared during a season known for its focus on goodwill and spiritual reflection. Christmas is a time when people are surrounded by a sense of warmth, gathering with loved ones to celebrate and reflect on love, hope, and kindness. This period naturally makes people more open to extraordinary ideas. By choosing to release the image just after Christmas, the timing seemed almost too calculated, as if designed to capture as much attention as possible. In the days following Christmas, when people are still in a state of heightened spiritual sensitivity, a story like this would naturally spread rapidly, catching everyone's attention. This strategic timing, which seems to exploit the emotional atmosphere of the season to spark public interest, raises questions about the actual intentions behind disclosing this information at such a time. Some people even assert confidently that NASA has indeed uncovered a most surprising truth. Images can often deceive us, making it hard to tell what's real and what isn't. Despite this, many believe that NASA has found divine things in space. As experts learn more about the cosmos, these beliefs keep popping up. Adam Ferris created art that didn't depict actual space scenes, yet some people used his works as if they were genuine photos of heaven. His art was then linked to stories about heavenly gates by different groups. This isn't the only time this has happened. In another instance, a picture said to show heaven was first seen in a tabloid known for its bold tales. In such situations, the quickness of people to believe in the miraculous makes them see artistic works and mistakes as proof of heaven, leading these stories to be widely accepted as true. As these situations unfold, our love for the miraculous can blur the lines between art and reality. This excitement turns digital art into perceived divine sightings. Every time a new heavenly picture appears, it sparks debate and fascination among believers, despite no scientific support. The cycle of misunderstanding starts again, with digital art being presented as possible celestial sights, sparking debates and wonder. In these cases, the original simplicity of the art is overshadowed by the complex mix of belief and excitement that turns digital pixels into visions of the afterlife. One story, Heaven Photographed by Hubble Telescope, was reshared online by the Weekly World News, known for its wild tales of mythical creatures and alien origins. Despite its reputation for unbelievable stories, this one grabbed many people's attention. It talked about the Hubble telescope, which had just been fixed to correct a flaw in its mirror, improving the sharpness of its images. The story claimed that astronomers had aimed the Hubble telescope at the universe's farthest edges and captured what seemed like a glowing city floating in space. The image, in black and white, showed what looked like a distant city or a grand mansion on a hill, set against a starry, dark sky. Light beams highlighting the edges of this celestial city spread into space in various directions, giving the city a majestic and otherworldly look. Discussions grow over the truth behind these cosmic pictures, unresolved cases of the universe. This image enhancement was meant to make the scene more appealing and suggest a heavenly quality. However, this depiction raised doubts among viewers familiar with space imagery. Critics argued that the light beams looked unnatural and were likely added to make the image more striking. Indeed, anyone accustomed to viewing images from the Hubble or the newer James Webb Space Telescope would know that bright objects in space typically show a different light diffusion pattern. The specific ways in which light spreads around bright objects varies depending on the telescope used due to their different designs and capabilities. The story cleverly interwove genuine aspects of the Hubble telescope's functionality with imaginative storytelling to create a compelling visual narrative. It used the backdrop of real technological advancements to lend credibility to a tale that otherwise bordered on the fantastical. The dramatic description and strategic vagueness were designed to draw readers in, allowing them to momentarily entertain the notion of capturing a celestial city in space. At the same time, those with a more critical eye scrutinized the image's authenticity, recognizing the telltale signs of manipulation. This story serves as an example of how easily the boundary can be blurred between actual scientific achievements and creative fiction, especially when presented by a publication skilled in selling sensational stories. According to Dr. Mason, the scientist who is alleged to have taken this photo from NASA, the target was a cluster of stars. Identifying whether an image is genuine might be challenging for someone not trained in photo analysis. Indeed, the image does depict a city surrounded by stars, suggesting it might have been taken in space. However, the only individuals who could confirm the true nature of this photo are Dr. Mason, some journalists from Weekly World News who supposedly obtained the photo, and the NASA scientists said to have captured it. Unfortunately, no one has been able to speak with any of these individuals, making it hard to verify if the photo was actually taken in space. If the photo is genuinely from space, it might depict the celestial city. However, it's important to note that this image is not of any known astronomical object. It's not a star, a planet, or any other identifiable cosmic entity. We need to ask what we are truly seeing in this photo. Is it a glimpse of something divine, or merely an ordinary photo dressed up with extraordinary claims? The distinction between scientific facts and imaginative tales appears more muddled than ever in this case. This confusion prompts a careful examination of the photo's origin and the truth behind the grand claims made about it. The story of fixing the Hubble Space Telescope and the events that followed are often highlighted with great interest in publications such as the Weekly World News. However, the basic facts are quite straightforward. In December 1993, the Space Shuttle Endeavour took 7 astronauts into space. Their mission was to spend 5 days working outside the spacecraft to repair the telescope. During this mission, they removed an old piece of equipment called the high-speed photometer and replaced it with a new device known as COSTAR, along with performing other necessary updates. The repairs were completed by December 9, 1993. Yet, there is an interesting period of waiting before we could see the results of these repairs through new images taken by the telescope. Official records from NASA state that these images were not made public until January 13, 1994. This raises questions. If the repairs were finished in early December, what was the reason for the delay in releasing the images? According to the Weekly World News, the first images after the repair were sent to Earth on December 26, 1993. This date fits within the timeline, positioned between the completion of the repairs and the day the images were shared with the public. This delay in the release of the images, although explainable by NASA's standard processes, seems unnecessary and causes one to wonder about the efficiency of such procedures. The situation was covered again in a later article by the same magazine in 2009, indicating ongoing public fascination with space exploration and NASA's management of the Hubble telescope. This sequence of events, starting from the launch of the mission to the completion of the repairs and finally to the revealing of the new images, does not contain any factual discrepancies. Each key event follows logically, suggesting that while the tale might seem more intriguing with an added layer of complexity, the essence lies in the straightforward progression of these documented events. The intrigue, it appears, is more about how these events are presented rather than the events themselves. The Hubble Space Telescope underwent significant repairs and upgrades, including the replacement of its original camera with the advanced WFP-C2. This update was part of a larger overhaul that also involved replacing old solar panels and various other components. By December 9th, the astronauts completed their tasks, setting the stage for a new chapter in space observation. On January 13, 1994, NASA released the first batch of images taken with the newly repaired Hubble, and the results were spectacular. The images were clear and detailed, fulfilling the initial promises made about the Hubble's capabilities. These images transformed the Hubble into the kind of observatory scientists had always dreamed it could be. Recently, the Hubble Space Telescope captured something remarkable. Although it was not the legendary Stairway to Heaven, The telescope photographed ladder-like structures around a star that was losing its brightness. This star and its surrounding structures reminded many of the fabled City of God mentioned in religious stories, even though it was not an actual city. The Hubble telescope's role in finding space wonders becomes clear, discovering the intricate heart of HD 44179. This phenomenon was observed in the Red Rectangle Nebula, known scientifically as HD 44179. This nebula is famous for its distinctive rectangular shape and striking color, which are not easily visible through Earth-based telescopes. The Hubble telescope, with its superior technology unaffected by Earth's atmospheric disturbances, uncovered incredible details within the previously hidden nebula. These details highlighted the nebula's complex structure, drawing parallels to the legendary intricacies of the City of God. The nebula was full of unexpected elements. The ladder-like formations, which could be likened to a series of spider webs or rows of wine glasses, were actually made up of gas shooting out from the star in cone-shaped projections. Observing these formations gave scientists a glimpse into the elaborate and surprising nature of our universe. These observations from Hubble challenge and expand our understanding of space. Every new image and piece of data helps to push the boundaries of what we know about the universe, revealing its vast complexity and the incredible phenomena occurring within it. Such discoveries prompt us to reconsider our previous assumptions and open up new areas of scientific inquiry, demonstrating that space is a dynamic and ever-changing frontier full of unexpected wonders. When the red rectangle was first seen through the Hubble telescope, it appeared to be a simple celestial object, named for its obvious shape. However, it soon became clear that it was much more complex. The structure did not form a simple rectangle, but instead created an intricate X shape. This surprising discovery challenged basic ideas about space and urged scientists to rethink their understanding of the universe's structures. Moreover, this space feature is not merely an inert object floating in the void, it is highly active. At its center is a star in the late stages of its life, actively shedding its external layers. This process creates a vivid display of gas and dust shaped like a double cone, signaling the star's final stages in a noticeable way across the cosmos. This star's dramatic transformation is a reminder of the dynamic nature of the universe. These observations, the odd X shape and the active dying star at the center, push scientists to revisit their theories about the cosmos. They realize that the laws governing space might not be as straightforward as once thought. Both the City of God and the Red Rectangle disrupt old assumptions, showing us that celestial phenomena can defy conventional expectations and are far more complex than they appear. These cosmic events also highlight a broader connection within the universe, suggesting a deep interconnectivity among various astronomical phenomena. From tiny particles of cosmic dust to massive stars, everything in the universe appears to be linked in a complex web of relationships and influences. This interconnectedness serves as a stark reminder of our limited understanding of the cosmos and underscores how much of the universe remains unexplained and out of reach. Humanity's growing awareness of these cosmic phenomena compels the continuous adaptation of scientific frameworks. Each new observation, such as the red rectangle, enriches the understanding of the cosmos. It reveals that the universe is far less orderly than once thought. The unexpected shapes and behaviors discovered prompt ongoing inquiries into the fundamental principles governing space, indicating that the exploration of the cosmos is far from complete. This continuous process of discovery challenges established scientific ideas and highlights the evolving nature of cosmic knowledge. Though different, the City of God and the structures around the star system HD 44179 highlight the surprising ways of the universe. Seen through powerful telescopes, these amazing sights stretch our understanding of what is possible, pushing us to explore more about space. They make us question our old ideas about the cosmos and inspire us to look deeper into the unknown parts of the vast universe. It's not clear if these wonders are linked to anything divine, but the real excitement comes from how they spark such a deep interest in space, reaching across numerous galaxies far from our own. The Hubble Space Telescope has been essential in letting us see these distant marvels, leading to wonder about how this incredible instrument functions. Positioned above the Earth's atmosphere, the Hubble telescope avoids the blurring effects of air. It circles the Earth every 97 minutes, designed to take clear pictures and collect detailed information about starlight. By being so far above the surface, the Hubble escapes the atmospheric disturbances that affect ground-based telescopes, offering an unmatched clarity in its images. These cosmic discoveries enrich our knowledge and broaden our understanding of what might exist out there far beyond our own solar system. The Hubble plays a crucial role in this, converting the distant twinkles of the universe into images and data that scientists can analyze. Every image and piece of data brings us closer to knowing more about our place in the cosmos. This ongoing drive to explore and learn keeps the field of astronomy lively and continuously advancing. Even with a smaller mirror, just about 7.9 feet across, the Hubble Space Telescope competes well with much larger telescopes on Earth. Its impressive capabilities are due to its sophisticated design and high-tech features, making it a complex and powerful tool in space. Because of its high demand, astronomers worldwide compete to get more observation time on the Hubble than is available. The teamwork and effort behind the Hubble telescope's success are revealed. The hidden mechanics of Hubble's operations. The daily operations of the telescope aren't just about looking into the depths of space. They include careful planning of regular maintenance tasks to ensure the system operates flawlessly for gathering data. Its scientific instruments are central to Hubble's operation, which are categorized into two main groups. These instruments are crucial for various functions, from taking beautiful pictures of space to analyzing the light from stars and galaxies, which they break down into a range of colors. Positioned above the Earth's atmosphere, Hubble can capture types of light, infrared and ultraviolet, that are usually blocked by the air around our planet. The telescope's effectiveness relies on many mechanical and electrical components. Its solar panels convert sunlight into electrical power. Gyroscopes, star trackers, and reaction wheels are vital for maintaining stability, ensuring the telescope can stay focused on celestial bodies for extended periods to collect detailed information. The valuable data that Hubble gathers isn't transmitted directly back to Earth. It's sent through a detailed communication network. The process begins with the data being sent to a satellite in the Tracking and Data Relay Satellite System. This satellite then sends the signal to White Sands, New Mexico, and from there, the data is sent on an international route to a large data storage facility in Munich, Germany. The international cooperation behind Hubble's mission is particularly notable. The project is not just a NASA operation, it involves a significant partnership with the European Space Agency. This international collaboration includes ESA experts working in the United States at the Space Telescope Science Institute and another center in Munich. European astronomers, who use more than 15% of Hubble's observing time, have significantly contributed to numerous scientific papers. The Hubble Space Telescope is more than just a device for viewing the cosmos. It represents a union of global collaboration and advanced technological innovation. As our exploration of space progresses, Hubble stands as a symbol of humanity's continuous effort to understand the vast universe, illuminating our knowledge of the cosmos with each piece of data it collects. The Hubble Space Telescope is equipped with advanced instruments. Hubble operates as a powerful space observatory. It can capture light in ultraviolet, visible, and near-infrared wavelengths. This unique ability places Hubble among the most valuable tools in the field of astronomy today. This telescope is a collaborative project between the United States and the European Space Agency. Positioned about 325 miles above Earth, free from atmospheric interference, Hubble enjoys a clear and uninterrupted view of the universe. This advantage allows it to capture detailed images of various astronomical events and bodies with a clarity that surpasses many observatories on Earth. Whether it's small asteroids colliding in our solar system or ancient galaxies forming stars billions of years ago, Hubble's technology has been pivotal in broadening our understanding of the cosmos. Hubble's contributions extend beyond mere observation. Over its 3 decades of service, it has collected data that has led to over 21,000 scientific papers. These papers have been cited in more than 1.2 million other scholarly articles, illustrating Hubble's significant impact on the scientific community. Insights from Hubble's observations are now foundational content in every modern astronomy textbook, highlighting its critical role in education and research. Despite its age, the Hubble Space Telescope remains a key asset in astronomy. It continues to be highly productive, making over 1 million observations to date. The data Hubble provides isn't just voluminous, but also of high quality. Through its observations, Hubble has reshaped our understanding of how galaxies, nebulae, stars, and exoplanets evolve, as well as our knowledge of the mechanics within our own solar system. Hubble's work has confirmed existing knowledge and introduced new challenges, prompting scientists to rethink and refine their theories about the universe. The stories and discoveries from Hubble's extensive collection of data show its past achievements and its ongoing capacity to contribute to scientific advancement. As Hubble continues to explore the vast expanse of space, it keeps uncovering new information that expands our knowledge and challenges our understanding of the vast universe. While it might be easy to view Hubble as just another space telescope, in reality, it is one of the most influential observatories ever built. Its contributions are expected to continue influencing the field of astronomy and our understanding of space for many years to come, proving its lasting legacy in the quest to understand the cosmos. What other legendary tales might Hubble uncover that challenge our understanding of the universe? Leave a comment and subscribe for more fascinating insights into the cosmos.